It's Christmas time, which can only mean one thing. Let's talk about Junior Eurovision. But before we begin, if you are new here, please subscribe. I make videos about all things Eurovision that you'll love. So yes, indeed, on December 11th, the 20th Junior Eurovision Song Contest took place.
Welcome to the 2022 Junior Eurovision Song Contest. Are you ready?
And honestly, this was one of the best years yet. Armenia really pulled out all the stops to make this production look incredible. Everything from the beautiful stage design to those gorgeous postcards and even the interval acts. That 20 years of Junior Eurovision was really well put together.
We are the superheroes, we can save the world.
And seeing Snap performed on home soil was something else.
Where are you? Still in my heart.
But what about the results? I hear you cry. Let's start in 5th place and our public vote winner. My country, the United Kingdom.
You were dangerous, gave it all I got, but now it's over and done. 'Cause when you lie, waste my time, I say bye-bye.
I honestly could not be prouder of this result. Lose My Head was my favourite song going in, and Freya just owned every second of that performance.
I lose my head over you.
And she did it all whilst fighting a throat infection. And sure, it was a little bit disappointing that she couldn't reach those high notes. But the way they changed the arrangement and worked around her limitations in some way gave the song a different edge. It gave it a new personality and brought it to life on that stage, just that little bit more.
Junior Eurovision 2022, make some noise!
Next, to 4th place, Ireland. In what universe did you ever think we'd be seeing Ireland this high up in a Eurovision scoreboard? I cannot get over this result still. It's just such a beautiful performance. The staging is so simple. It's just Sophie, a fog machine and a lighthouse graphic behind her. It really lets her voice shine. The melody alone is enchanting and those high notes she hits are amazing. It's a really captivating 3 minutes. Next, to 3rd place, Georgia. How did I sleep on this one? This has to be, hands down, one of my favourite Eurovision performances of all time. It almost had a bit of a Loïc Notet vibe. That flashing light behind her and the robotic dance moves really reminded me of Rhythm Inside. It just looked so slick. And now to our runner-up, our host nation, Armenia. I really thought this one was gonna win. I've absolutely loved this song since the moment I first heard it. I've said it before, this is the definition of a bop. There is something so infectious about this song that just makes you want to get off your seat and dance. And the staging just made it that much better. Those glitterball head costumes really sold that disco vibe, and it was a real moment of surprise too. I did not see that coming at all. And before we get to the top? What about those lower down the leaderboard? For me, the biggest shock of the night was the Netherlands only placing 7th. They were one of the fan favourites for so long, so I was sure they were going to be vying for that crown. And Luna put on an absolutely flawless performance, as she always does. I think really the issue with this one was that it came first in the running order. It just suffered a bit from being the first one on stage. I was also a little disappointed that Malta placed last. I guess compared to some of the other songs, it didn't have that big crescendo to get stuck in your head. But for me personally, it didn't need that. That retro 1980s vibe sold it to me alone. I really think it should have done a bit better. What about Portugal scoring their best ever placing in 8th? It was so cool to see Nicholas getting his proper rock star moment and his Sam Ryder guitar solo too. I just loved every little bit of his song. He is a real star in the making. But what about the winner, I hear you ask? This year's winner was France.
The winner of this year's Junior Eurovision Song Contest, congratulations France!
And I mean, France really know what they're doing at JESC, don't they? They've won the jury the last 3 years, won the whole show twice, and since they came back in 2018, they've never been out of the top 5. And Alessandro is just such a joy to watch. He has so much charisma and stage presence. It's just infectious. And it's what France do best too. They lean more towards that kid-friendly sound as opposed to some of the more teenage type numbers. And they throw everything they have at it. And it works. It really works. But what about you, humble viewer? Were France the worthy winners, or should someone else have taken home the crown? Let me know down below in the comments. And please thumbs up and subscribe for more. The adult show is just entering national final season now, and you can be guaranteed I'll be keeping you up to date on all the big shows as they happen. So make sure you stick around for what's to come. And to keep on watching, just click the links on screen now.